So I'm Amber Burton and I work for 3D 360 Limited. And you're obviously Teresa, and you
Yes.
are from the Greater Manchester Combined Authority area, I believe.
Yes, I live in Manchester.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think you was on our wave 5 of the Skills Bootcamp that was for 3D printing, 3D CAD and digital manufacturing.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Yes.
Just making sure I've got everything right there. So what I'm going to do is I'll start asking you a few questions just about yourself and about how you found the course and everything like that, and then just get some feedback from yourself if that's okay.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
brilliant. So if you want to start by giving us a bit of an overview of you, your business, and what brought you to the Skills Bootcamp course.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I have a fine art background, and for the last 10 years, I have been working as a freelance artist. But 2 years ago, I decided to do a master's in fine art, and it was there that I joined the launch program, which is for small businesses.
Yeah.
And while I was on this launch program, which is for anyone who wants to do a freelance business or has a enterprise idea, can get funding by pitching for their business at the end of the course. So I did that, and while I was on the course and talking to the other cohort members of the cohort and Paul Little, who runs the program, because I already make sculpture, we sort of kind of had this idea together really that to make 3D printed scanned versions of my sculpture would be a really good way to kind of launch a sort of an arm of my already created business, but a little bit more accessible to more people. So this is what I did, and I did the pitching and won the second prize, which was £2,000 to put towards the business. I had to spend it on 3D printing equipment and materials. So when I finished that, I thought, well, where do I go now? So I've heard about 3D 360 from Paul Little from the launch program. And so, and also another friend of mine who had done it already as well.
Yeah.
So I joined, the course. Found that really fascinating, but it did change my ideas a little bit while I was on it. So that's where that's kind of how I heard about it. Yeah. And then I found the course really fascinating, like I say. And then after I built my own printer, I realized that I could do a lot more than I thought I could with the filament style of printer, because I was thinking more of the resin at first, which gives them more of a kind of a art, sort of like a proper sculpture, sort of more like a stone sculpture. But the filament, I then had ideas what I could do with that instead. So I went on a little bit of a detour with it, and I made some heads first of all, which I'm going to create bodies for, and I've been working on the prototype since then.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of the head and they're very unique. Like when you see them, you think, what is like you're quite surprised by it. But is that the style of art that you have, or is that the sort of reaction you want from your art?
Yeah, it is a kind of uncanny style, and I'm not going to diverge from that. I'm just going to stay within my own kind of thematic area, but it has opened up lots of creative ideas for me by doing the printing. Though it has also brought up a lot of snags. So it's a case of
fascinating.
it's a case of working through the snags a little bit. And also because I'm caring for my mother as well, I've had to have time away from my printer. So because I'm now away from my printer at the moment, staying with my mom because she's 92, what I'm going to do after Christmas is bring my printer up here. Possibly my whole studio, but I'm going to start with the printer first. And then because I did get a snag with the nozzle, so I wanted to fix that. I didn't have time before I left to fix it. I tried one of the methods, but that didn't work, so I'm going to have to try the second method to unblock it. And then I can really go to town and print more and more. First of all, I want to print lots and lots of the same thing to sort of get perfect the prototype, really. Yeah.
I mean, if you're having the issue with the nozzle still, we can get one of the trainers, to give you a video call or something like that, if that's easier with you not being close by, and then they might be able to put you through it a bit more.
Yeah, especially if I can get my printer up here as well. Because I didn't have there's a little thing, on the thing for cutting the tube, like a little flat thing that you put the tube on to cut it, and I didn't have one of those, so I might need to order one of those. Yeah.
And the thing is, the guys are there to help you throughout everything afterwards and help you along the way, so that you can get up and running again. So we don't just say, you've done your course and that's it. We are here to help you afterwards with those little things.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, that's really helpful, actually. It really is. You don't know everything after doing the course, obviously, because you're learning constantly.
Yeah.
That's
brilliant. So obviously you're using your skills that you've learned through doing your art. You're adding these extra parts in there, and it's like you say, it's a different way of creating these items that you're creating. So obviously you're using your skill, aren't you? Like, I know it's not at the moment with the printer being out, but you're using that within what you're already creating.
Yeah, it's a case of combining my skills together, really. So it's really interesting. I'm really enjoying the process of creatively kind of creating these new sort of hybrid sculptures, part traditional mixed media and part 3D printed. And then I think the next to that will be to get the resin printer, which I've got the funds for put aside, plenty of resin, and then do some scanning, get a scanner, do some scanning of the bigger ones, which are really large and about sort of like 3 foot high, but they're also very time consuming to make. So if I can make some little models of them, I can send those out to interested buyers much more easily and less expensive.
Well, that's it. I mean, you know that how much a roll of filament will cost and how much you can get out of that. It is a massive saving for yourself.
Exactly.
And then it's something that you can leave running through the night or while you're out about and doing things, and then you can come home and then you've got it there, and then you can continue doing what you're adding onto.
Just do the finishing and then boxing up and packaging and everything.
It's going to make your life a lot easier.
That's the idea.
Well, so
no, I was just going to say, it's all sort of a case of just taking on these new technologies, which I never thought about before.
With the online modules that you learn as well, there's a lot more there that you don't realise that is out there now.
Exactly. It's so inspiring.
Brilliant. So would you recommend the course to anybody else?
Well, I certainly would to an artist. I couldn't speak for everybody, but yes, for my own experience, I have already recommended it to a friend of mine who's also an artist. I think it is a really wonderful way of being creative in a different way, and I would also recommend it to anyone really who was interested in doing something with 3D printing. And good course. You get a lot of help while on it, and also afterwards, like you were saying before. And it's not a case of just doing it and that's it. It's an ongoing thing.
Because we've also got the Facebook group as well, so if you've ever got questions or need a bit of advice, there's people on there and the guys monitor it so that they can help you.
Okay, I'll definitely go on that. The other thing I was going to say was, the good news is, while I've been away from my printer, I've actually got the online shop ready, so that when I have got my my prototypes done, I'm going to do it, like test them out first on social media and get people to have a look at them on my website. So if you look on my website now and you go on the shop, you can actually see my artwork, but you won't see the 3D printed things yet. But they will be going up on there next.
Fantastic, that's brilliant. So the last thing is, did you enjoy the course? I know that you said it was really interesting, but
Yes, I did. I mean, obviously, I enjoyed some of the online modules more than others because some were more geared to what I wanted to do, and some was a bit above my head, a bit kind of, you know, sort of industry and cars. But even that was quite interesting because I didn't have a lot of knowledge. And then the practical side of it, I was a bit worried about that because I thought I've never done anything like make a printer before. But I actually did it. I think I finished first in my group.
Wow, well done.
And mine didn't have any problems. It just went first time perfectly. So I was really impressed with myself. And obviously it wasn't just me. I had the support from Matt, and yeah, it was great. Yeah.
And I think that's it as well, because you get that given in a box and you've got to build it from the start. It gives you that knowledge around your printer then, so that when you do come across these issues, you've got an idea of how to sort them.
And it's not as difficult as you think it's going to be because you do it in stages.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Well, I'm glad everything's working out for you, and you're starting to progress. And like I say, when you've got your printer either with you or you're back home, it's going to be a lot easier for you, isn't
it? With my life at the moment, it's all a bit in limbo because I'm looking after my mum. I've had to change my job to one in London, and I'm trying to sell my house in Manchester. So it is all a bit sort of up in the air, but the art is something that I'm just carrying on with, you know, and I've got really good high hopes for it in the end. Yeah.
Well, fingers crossed everything continues to go well.
Yeah, it's not a instant thing. You don't just like straight away have everything ready. It's it's very slow, but it's coming together.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Yeah, slowly but surely it's going to be there.
Yeah.
That's all the questions I've got to ask you. So I'll just again thank you for joining me, and thank you for taking the time out to answer my questions for me, and hopefully we'll be chatting a bit more and when you need any extra support or anything.
Well, thanks, Amber. That's really, really good. Thank you for that.
And any questions, you can always drop us an email or a message, and we'll find the right person to help you out.
Okay. Well, I'll be getting back in touch about the snag with my printer when I get it up here. Yeah,
we'll be able to help you with that one.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.